All right, I want to go over why you might want to get these Ridgid pruners that I have here that are battery powered. I've got a 3 amp hour octane battery in it right now. It's fully charged versus using your standard, loppers right here like you have right here. Now these are obviously a little bit bigger and they do require 2 hands. This requires 1, and that's a big reason why I got it. So having to do this motion, I'm going off screen because of how large it is, compared to just flexing your finger like that is a huge difference as far as power that you need. I'm going to take that off so I can just keep that closed. I took the battery off there for a second. But as you can see, this right here does a lot of the work that I need. This was here is great. If I have something a little bit too big, I'll grab these, but this is just so much easier. Now, the other question you might have is why might you need these? And, you could just take a stick this large that can go in this and just break it over your leg. And you are absolutely correct. I do that all the time. I've been doing it since I was a little kid. But I have found, especially as I'm in a more suburban area rather than country area, that I don't have quite as large a fire pit as I did. So when I'm taking a stick, and I've got one right over here, like this, and I'm like, well, before, this stick is, a good, we'll just say it's about 2 feet long. This is too big. I'd just break this in half and throw it in the fire. Well, now my fire pit is only, about 10 inches. So now I could just take this and just clip it right off. And look at that. I can just grab another one and just do it again. And it's no problem at all. Now this is really dry wood, so it makes it go very quickly. But no problems at all when working with that for that reason. And that's one of the things that I really, really enjoy about this item is the fact that I can just sit here and do an entire stick into pieces just this size. I mean, these aren't that long, but this is perfect for starting a fire before I put some real logs on, but it's also something where I'm not going to jab my hands on it or anything like that. I'm perfectly fine. Like this end right here, you can see you've got these points on it from when I broke it originally. And yes, I know it's not that dangerous really. You just be very careful and stuff. But when you have little kids around and things like that, it just makes it a lot easier if you have blunt ends that if they were to grab something, it's no big deal. Now, the other reason for me that I have this is there's one other piece that I do, and I'm just going to put some gloves on while I'm working with this. And I typically do wear gloves when I'm working with wood of any type, just because of the possibility of splinters and things like that. It just is safer. I actually have these right here. This is a retort that I made for biochar. And what I do is I fill this up with sticks, and I'll put this in my campfire. It's got a hole in this end, and I'll use this to make biochar. And the thing is that I need a lot of sticks that are all the same length. So that way and these are actually a little bit too long. I made them just a slight bit too long, as you can tell there. But I need them all so that way they're equal lengths and they all fit in here nice and comfortably. Now I'm going to go ahead and move these to the side. I'm going to show you what I can do here. And one of the big reasons why I got these clippers. So I can take this right here. I'm going to move this out of the way here, this lid. I'm going to put that over here. We're going to take this end though, and I can go ahead and stick that in here. And as you can see, it's sticking out just a little bit. I'm just going to move these here so that way it's in the way. And I can be like, all right, I know that I can go out another couple inches, right like that, and then I can just put the other end right in there. And I can just keep going. And it's making a lot of noise here. I'm moving this back, but normally I would have a length of board that I'd be lining up with this instead. But look at that. No problem whatsoever going forward with this. And you can quickly adjust it if they're a little bit too long or too short. But look at this. I mean, if I did this with my other loppers, it would be ridiculous how long this would take. Because each one of these cuts would take 2 hands. I can't just hold the stick and move it forward. And look at this. I'm almost done with this stick already as I'm coming to the end here. But this would have taken me quadruple the amount of time with the other loppers if I'd wanted to do it with those. And look at that. We're done. So that's one of the reasons why I really got this. Oops, that didn't shut all the way. I like leaving them shut. I don't like to leave them open because it is very dangerous. But overall, very simple design. As you can see here, there's a little switch that you pull back. This is your safety switch. And then you just press the button. It's very simple. It has quite a bit of motion to it. So easily able to go through larger pieces. I was quite surprised. If they get stuck, you can kind of hammer this trigger a couple of times. And then also what you can do is you can rotate the piece of wood. So if you have it in here this way and it grabs on, you can kind of rotate it out and then you can just do the other side and you can get through much larger pieces than it really says. I'm very impressed with this. I really thought that it'd be something that I'd like have for a little bit and then maybe return, or just it would sit in my junk drawer just for when I needed it. But really, I use this very frequently, especially when filling up my retorts here, or kilns, whatever you want to call them. But this goes in the fire just like this, and now this is ready to go. It's no big deal getting these filled up, and it's very quick with this tool right here. Now, if you have any questions, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Or if you have any questions about this at all, I really like them. If you're going with the Ridgid brand, I buy Ridgid because of their lifetime service agreement. I've had some great experience with that. I've actually had most of my batteries replaced that I bought 20 plus years ago at this point. And a couple of my tools replaced too under the LSA, but you got to make sure you warranty your items online to be able to get that, which is a lifetime service agreement. And this also has it. This has the lifetime service agreement, so I'm really excited about that. But if you are buying Ridgid, also wait for the sales. I bought this when it was on sale. I can't remember if it had a battery or not, but it was a good, probably 20-30% discount, I think, when it was on sale or on clearance. So these, if they happen to have them at your store, they might go on clearance towards the end of towards winter when people aren't buying them as much and things like that. So just don't buy them at full price. Look for those deals at Home Depot when you go to buy them. Make sure you register for the LSA, and that way you can always get a new one if it breaks. And as I said, I've had multiple tools replaced, including multiple batteries. So with that, thank you for watching. Again, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below.